Welcome everybody to Rated R for Review. My name is Jet, and today we are talking about the Spider-Verse series. That is, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and wherever else we going after this that deals with the Spider-Verse. We're going to talk about everything from the past movies to what we kind of see coming in the next one. So, yeah, let's get into it. As always, this is not a spoiler free review. If you have not seen either of the Spider-Verse movies, shame on you. But also, this video is not for you. So, anyway, let's hop into it. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, people. I hope this comes out this year. I really do. But this is the one movie that's allowed to take its time because I know its animation is insane, which means its animation schedule is insane, which means those artists have not seen their kids in months. So listen, if you're upset, just know that they also have families and it's okay for them to take their time because it is a masterpiece. Every time you pause a Spider-Verse movie, you basically got a screensaver. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like this one right here. I don't even know what I put up there, but I'm sure it's great. Third Spider-Verse movie. Let's talk about some predictions here because I'm looking forward to this one the most. It's got the most payoff, it's got the most stakes, it's got the most characters, and there's still enough. Man, let's get into this. All right. All right. First, let's start with the last movie ends. We find out that Miles Morales has crossed over into the dimension that his spider came from. Gets knocked unconscious, wakes up to his Uncle Aaron, who is not the Prowler. Instead, it is Miles Morales from this alternate dimension that is definitely ran by the Sinister Six. And yeah, he's the Prowler. Gangster Miles, that's what I call him, because if look, that it fits. All right, it just fits. But yeah, there's a couple things off top that I think are good signals for a couple of things in this movie. One is the prediction that they are not the bad guys here. You're definitely getting the feeling that they are a threat to Miles because, well, he's tied up. His Uncle Aaron scares him with a punch that changes the color of the screen. And then, yeah, Gangster Miles is definitely not trying to let him out for any reason. So, yeah, a couple of early predictions for this movie is they are definitely the good guys. They just live in a much more cutthroat, chaotic world that can't afford to have such hard lines between black and white. So yeah, they're definitely going to hit that anti-hero role rather than, just your typical Peter Parker and Miles Morales that we're used to. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how they play out that nuance. And so I think what this third movie's theme is definitely going to be hitting on is what does it mean to be Spider-Man? I think that's ultimately what it's going to mean because we've got a misunderstood Miles here that's being the Prowler. But it seems like he probably fights for the people if we know Miles and Uncle Aaron in this universe decently. I think Miles just got done running away from the Spider Society because they were letting people die. They were letting the universes play out in order to avoid a canon event. And then we have Miguel O'Hara, who Miles just straight up says, "Are you sure you're Spider-Man?" He has claws, he has this vampire-like persona. He doesn't even have the same power set. He has to inject himself with something. So I definitely think the question is going to become, what does it really mean to be Spider-Man? And I think Miles, through removing himself from what he thought he wanted, which was the Spider Society, and then connecting himself to the other half of himself, I think that's going to have a lot to say about Miles coming of age, coming into himself, and the people along the way that have lost their way from being essentially individual spider people to a corporation with a logo that says we help people, but definitely do a little more or a little less than just helping people. Another thing we have is the Spot. What is going to become of our friend the Spot? Because he is a chaotic villain. His origin story is almost comedic, which actually makes him scary when he gets power because that makes him tough to reason with. So I don't know if the Spot is going to... I feel like he's going to get restored just because at the end of the day, the Spot really didn't deserve anything. Like, he worked for Kingpin, what are you gonna do? Accidentally gets blown up in a collider that sets his life off track, and then basically gets disrespected by Spider-Man into the point where he actually becomes a legitimate threat. So I actually think they're going to come full circle. They're going to become true rivals. And I also, because of that, don't think that Miles's dad is actually going to die. That's obviously the big scare, and I can be wrong about that. But yeah, I do think Miles has already had his Uncle Ben moment with Uncle Aaron dying in his universe. And so the same way that I think Uncle Aaron in this universe is going to make it and stay alive, I think Miles's dad is definitely going to make it and stay alive. They're just going to know his secret identity by the end. It's going to be a great movie, guys. This is going to be a really good movie. These Spider-Verse movies, first of all, it's going to be a work of art. Second of all, I think the story was written already. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference, but I feel like I can. When a story is written before you make the trilogy, or when someone makes a single movie and then they make two more in order to make a trilogy. Like, you can see it in the writing, and it seems like the Spider Society has actually already been a part of the game, and this multiverse conversation was happening well before then. Anyway, what are y'all's predictions for this movie? What do y'all think is going to happen? What do y'all think? Do y'all think my predictions are on or off? Do y'all think Uncle Aaron's going to make it? Do y'all think Prowler is a problem or a real threat? Is he going to have to fight himself? Well, of course he's going to have to fight himself, but are they actually enemies is the real question. But yeah, whatever you think, comment below. Let me know. Hit like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Rated R for reviews, it's the place you need. Stay in the loop, plant that subscription seed. Every week is a blast, join the hype, don't delay. With Rated R for reviews, your worries drift away.